everyone. So in the last previous video, I completed the question number 2, 3, including the optional question for question number 3. But now in this video, I shall complete question number 4, 5, and 6. So this is all questions carries 2 marks because each question of section B carries 2 marks. So the fourth question, let's start to solve how to solve the fourth question. The fourth question is, it is a divisibility property for any integers. Equality of divisibility of properties, there are many properties which is given in our book, but here one of the properties is being provided to us as a question and we have to solve it. So what are this? This symbol represents the divisibility. So A divisible by B and B divisible by C, then we have to show A is divisible by C. So before going to the divisibility property, this is a property of divisibility, but what do you mean by divisibility? This symbol. When we divide anything, suppose we divide dividend by divisor, and as a result we get quotient and remainder. In some cases the remainder is 0, in some cases we get some value as remainder. So this is A divided by B and B divided by C. So we will assume the values for both this divisibility. So if A is divisible by B, we can say that, we can assume that B is equals to AR. It means that B is the divisor and A is the dividend and R is the quotient. There is no remainder. And for this B divisible by C, it will be what? C equals to B some other quotient. We cannot assume the same quotient. The quotient will change as S. So now we will put B equals to AR in this. ARS, and if we write this A and RS in this way and assume this value as T, then we will be getting C equals to AT, where T is the quotient, C is the divisor, and this is the divider and this is the divisor. So divisor equals to divided into quotient. So by this we can say that A is divisible by C, which we are required to show in this given question. So in this way we can solve this question. No need to write anything in a very detailed way because this question carries only 2 marks. So the next question, question number 5. But before going to the question number 5, if any one of you wants to attempt question number 4 for the next question, which is given as OR, that is this question is from the chapter of quadratic equation. So let me solve this for you all. So in the OR part of question number 4, it is given that A square is equals to 5A minus 3, B square is equals to 5B minus 3, and the roots are given as A square by B and B square by A. So from the first equation we can write A square minus 5A plus 3 is equals to 0 and B square minus 5B plus 3 is equals to 0. See, by observing both these equations we can say that it is in the same format. So in place of A we can assume x square minus 5x. Let us assume this form of quadratic equation where A and B both are the roots of this quadratic equation. So if the roots are given, we know product of the roots, we know the value of the product of the root and sum of the roots. The sum of the roots is equals to minus what? Coefficient of x square, which is 1, coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. This is the sum of the roots and the other is the product of the roots. So the sum of the roots will be minus of minus 5 by 3, that is coefficient of x by constant, and product of the roots will be 3 by 1. So it will be 3 and it is plus 5. Fine. Coefficient, the formula is minus of minus b by a, and it is c by a. So now we have got the value of a plus b and a into b. Now we can easily find this. For finding this, we will just multiply first, add these two roots, then multiply. How? A square by b plus b square by a. It is a cube plus b cube, and it is ab. Now we will apply the formula of a cube plus b cube, that is a plus b into whole cube minus 3ab of a plus b by ab. Now we have both the values, a plus b, 5 cube minus 3 into 3 into 5 by 3. And for the next portion, it is, by calculating it, we will get the value 80 by 3, and for a square by b into b square by a, it is equals to ab, which is equals to 3. So now if we know that if we are being provided with the roots of the equation, then by adding that to roots and multiplying that to roots, we can form the quadratic equation as x square minus of sum of the roots, which is 80 by 3x, plus the constant will be what? The product of the roots. This equals to 0. So 3x square minus 80x plus 9 is equals to 0. This is the answer for this question. Let us solve the question number 5. What is given in question number 5? So question number 5 is from the chapter of logarithm. It's a very easy question because we have been provided with the value of log 3.47712 and also log of 1.316 equals to 0.11928. We have to evaluate for root 3. So now we know that when we eliminate the square root, then it is in the form of fraction to the power of the base. So now if we take log of this number, then we will get, we have to assume any number, then we will take log of x is equals to log of 3 to the power, and the power comes in the product form like this. Then we can directly put this value. Then we will get the answer as 0.11928. 0.11928, and it is the value for log what? 1.316, and log will cancel out, and the value of x will be 1.316. In this way we have to solve the question number 5. Fine. So now let's see what is there in question number 6. Permutation combination. From that chapter, this question is being given to us. So it is given that NC6 equals to NC9, and we have to find the value of 17CN. For finding this value, we know what is the value of n, and we will find it with the help of this. So how to evaluate this? We know that the general form of NCR is equals to factorial n by factorial r factorial n minus r. So this formula, general formula, we will put here factorial n by factorial 6 by factorial n minus 6. It is factorial n by factorial 9 factorial n minus 9. So now we can cancel out these two parts because it is factorial n factorial n. It will be equivalent factorial 6 by factorial n minus 6 equals to factorial 9 by factorial n minus 9. Now factorial 6, it will be factorial n minus 6 is equals to 9 into 8 into 7 into factorial 6 factorial n minus 9. Factorial 6 then will cancel out. And in a similar way, we can evaluate this factorial n minus 6 into various parts. So how to do that? N minus 6, it like it goes on decreasing, it goes on increasing, right? N minus 7, n minus 8 and factorial n minus 9. And here in the right hand side it is 9 into 8 into 7 into factorial n minus 9. So here we will cancel out factorial n minus 9, factorial n minus 9, and by comparing we are left out with the portion n minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8 on the left hand side and 9 into 8 into 7 on the right hand side. By comparing this left hand side with right hand side, we can write that n minus 6 equals to 9, n minus 7 is equals to 8 and n minus 8 equals to 7. And whatever we choose, whichever value we choose or factors we choose, the values for 9 will come out to be 15. For every factor it will come out to be 15. So now we have got the value of n. So easily we can find the value for 17Cn, which means that 17C15. It is factorial 17 by factorial 15, factorial 17 minus 15. So what will be our answer? It is very easy. 17 into 16 into 15 by 15. Factorial 2 means 2 into 1. 2, 8, 7 is 56, 5, 8, 1, 36. So this is the answer for the question number 6. In this way, we have solved 3 questions including the optional question for question number 4 also. So in my next video, I will solve the question number 7, 8 and 9 and complete all the questions of section B, which carries 2 marks. Thank you.